Hey there, Garage Squad. My name is Jared Burrows. I live in East Greenwich, Rhode Island, and I have a project that is near and dear to my heart, and I hope that it will be to yours too, because I could use some help. Right here I've got a 1967 Pontiac Firebird. It's been in our family. Here's the engine. It does run. It's had some modifications done to it. There's no real interior to speak of. I'll show you here. It's still got these old Krager wheels. Needs to be washed, as you can see, but that's because I keep it in that barn over there. Here's the interior. It's got that old GT racing wheel, two different seats. I think one is from a 69. Somewhere along the line, somewhere took out the carburetor, put in a electronic fuel injector. But please bear with me. I don't know anything about cars. This came into our family. My wife's stepfather, my father-in-law, Kenny Jackson. He bought this car in 2002. And my wife and I were in the Marines at that time. We met in 2004 in the Marines. And 2005 we got married. And she was looking for a car everywhere and couldn't find one. And, got a really good price. Her stepdad, Kenny, offered to sell us this one. So we did. And we never even took possession of it. It sat in an airplane hangar in Arkansas at one of his family members because he was from Oklahoma. It sat there. We were active duty in California. We never even drove it. But 2008 came along and we needed some money, as a young married couple does. And we asked him for a loan, and we essentially sold the car back to him. And he's old school. He said we agreed that we would have first buyback option. So sure enough, we sold him the car back. And fast forward to 2021, he got really sick and he had a stroke and passed away. So it made my mother-in-law a widow. We invited her to move in with us, and we moved out. We flew out to Oklahoma to help her take care of the property, get it ready to sell, take care of the estate, and said, "Mom, please, you gotta sell us that car back." She could have sold it to anybody, but this car meant a lot to us. It means a lot to us still. And I'd like to restore it. I'd like to bring it back. I'd like to send my 3 daughters to their proms in this car. But it needs some help. Let me show you the inside. There's no interior. When I want to open the window, I roll down my crank. But then I gotta take the knob off and put it on the other door, so that I can roll down the windows on either side. There's no handle on the driver's side to get out, so I have to open the window, reach through, let myself out. It came with a ton of trim parts and a bunch of other things. It's got belts, trim pieces. But to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know much about cars. I just learned how to do disc brakes about 2 years ago during COVID. I had a neighbor who was a mechanic, and he showed me how to do disc brakes, and I loved it. So when we got this car, I brought it up to Rhode Island a couple years ago, and it has drum brakes in the front, disc in the back. So I ordered the parts online, and I taught myself, thank God for YouTube videos and your guys' show, taught myself how to do drum brakes. But I don't know anything about cars. I'm learning. And this thing deserves to see the light of the day and be treated a little bit better than I'm able to. So, Garage Squad, this is my car. This is the 1967 Firebird. It is a 400, I'm told. And when it came off the factory line, I'm also told it came with air conditioning, which would be awesome to be able to drive this thing with air conditioning. I'm also told it came with an antenna. so that when you listen to the radio, you could get a better quality signal, which, you know, I don't mind right now. We just listen to K-Love. I've got a trunk full of spare parts. I think one of them is a condenser compressor, but Garage Squad, please consider this submission. Come help me bring this 67 Firebird back to life.